Hey everybody, it's Matt from the house, and in this fresh out of the box, we are checking out the Globe Surplus shoe.
Fresh.
Alright, Surplus is a pretty rad shoe. It's basically got kind of that standard, classic kind of court shoe look to it. This one is the Sammy Montano version, which has the extra poly patches on the side and on the toe for a little bit more durability, but let's get these things on and see how they feel. Right off the bat, definitely got a nice thin feel. You can actually feel those rubber patches on the side, which I'm not super stoked on right now, but it's a good chance that'll break in. But other than that, those shock beds they've got in there really feel good. I can definitely feel there's a lot of cushioning in the heel and actually underneath the entire foot. They actually feel real beefy in the toe too, which is definitely kind of nice. Especially with skateboarding, you're blowing through your shoes left and right. You want something that's going to hold up. Definitely go out and skate these things and see how they do.
Someday I'll figure out acceptable fakie flips.
Day one for the Surplus. I can tell you right now, out of all the shoes that I've tested, these definitely feel the most broken in fresh out of the box, without a doubt. Super flexible, crazy good board feel, and then those shock pads, I am in love with these things. Super soft. The only thing that I'm a little worried about, I've got this weird pinky toe that doesn't sit on the ground, so any shoes that break right there at that point tends to rub on my foot. It's not really rubbing on my right pinky toe, but it is rubbing a little bit on my left. Pretty confident they're going to break in a little bit more. As for wear and tear, obviously, yeah, they got a little dirty, but other than that, they barely look like they've got any wear on them, which is pretty much expected, especially with those nice big poly pads on the side and that extra protection on the toe too. But pretty good shoes. A little worried off the bat just because of how thick the rubber was on the toe, but it didn't really seem to bother me too much. So we're gonna wear these things around for 7 more days. Might be a little too early in the morning for that. Whew. Okay, day 7 for the Globe Surplus. Super pumped on these shoes. Like I said, day 1, these things are the most broken in feel fresh out of the box I've ever felt on a shoe. And I'll have to say, after 7 days, they actually don't feel like they've broken down a lot, which is actually a good thing. You really want your shoes to last a long time, and part of that is not breaking down and stretching out. Wear-wise, we knew these things were going to last a long time because of that extra rubber, but you'll have to say on the suede, if you look at that, it's actually not too bad. And personally, I think I would like the suede versions myself a little bit more, mainly because I like the look of it. I'm not big on the huge rubber toe caps. I'm not opposed to it. Definitely like that cleaner look in the shoe, but seeing how the suede on these things actually held up, again, I think the regular suede version is definitely the way I would rather go. But again, not arguing with these at all. Biggest thing I have to say is that shock bed insole. Super nice. Obviously, I jumped off that quarter pipe and I did that a few times before I landed it. It was a silly trick, but still took a lot of impact. And those shock bed insoles, for as thin as the sole is on these things, those shock bed insoles had tons and tons of cushioning. One thing I was super impressed with was that seam right next to my pinky toe. Again, I've got this weird pinky toe and it tends to rub on these shoes that have that seam right there where my pinky is. And these things actually feel amazing. I got 0 blisters, I had 0 pain. So I was super impressed with the fit on these things as well. I do really highly suggest these shoes. If you want that super thin shoe that has that real easy feel, but you still want a ton of impact, the shock beds on these things are insane. And obviously these shoes are very durable too, especially for as thin as they are. One other thing, these are a 10.5. My foot is usually a 10.5, so I would definitely suggest going true to size. If you're not sure what size you are, we'll leave a link in the description to a video about my foot, how it measures up to the size charts. Maybe it can help you figure out what size is going to fit you the best. But you got any questions about the Globe Surplus or any of the other Globe shoes that we have at thehouse.com, definitely leave some comments down below. We're on there every single day trying to answer your questions. We want to make sure we get you into some rad gear, but most importantly, we want to make sure that we're going to get you some shoes that are going to fit you, fit your feet, and fit your skating style as well. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, definitely get that bell on too so you can find out when all the new videos drop. Grab yourself a pair of the Globe Surpluses and get out and ride. Any day of riding, it's a good day of riding.
Fresh.
Fresh.